I would just like to inform the PNP that they have an unused appropriation of 2 billion. For BJMP, they have 1.9 billion. Ang lalaki pong pera ito na dapat gamitin po ng ahensya po ninyo. Iniling po ninyo, binigay naman sa budget, pero hindi naman yun nagagamit. Tapos nandito kayo ngayon, hihingi uli ng budget. Pero baka next year, ganito rin po ang report na mababasa ko. I would just like to inform you that you have unused appropriation in the amount of 2.6 billion pesos for the year 2023. Sayang itong perang ito kung ibinigay na nga sa inyo, hindi pa naman nagagamit. Unused nga hindi nagamit. But part of the unused appropriation were already forwarded to you, but you failed to obligate it if you look at the contents of unused appropriation. That is why I'm asking, bakit nagkakaroon kayo ng unused appropriation? Samantalang dapat gastusin po ninyo ito Hiniling po nyo ito noong 2023. Thank you, Madam Chair. To the DILG family, led by the Honorable Secretary Abalos, magandang hapon po sa atin lahat.
Magandang hapon.
At the outset, I have here the regional allocation of your 2025 expenditure program amounting to 284.58 billion pesos. Now, NCR has 40.82 billion, Central Office has 189.8 billion, the others ranging from 1.8, 1.69, 2.7. Mr. Secretary, may I know the parameters of this distribution of allocation? Simply because the Constitution requires that government resources must be equitably distributed. So if it is going to be equitably distributed, you must have certain parameters. Why this is so? May I know?
May we get an answer from the DILG?
Madam Chair, Your Honor, for the regional distribution, Central Office got the highest, or the NCR got the highest share, maybe because the reason for that are all the Central Office headquarters are situated in the NCR. So the operating expenses is higher than the regional counterparts. And reviewing also, sir, the island group allocation per 2025, it has already reduced by a certain percentage compared with other island groups like Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. In 2025, it has reduced already from 93 in 2024 to 85% in 2025, sir. So this was already considered, and maybe such allocation is being looked into in terms of allocation for the regional allocation, sir.
Thank you, Madam. I just wanted to make sure that you have a certain set of criteria wherein you allocate the resources of government. Kasi kung wala, it becomes whimsical and arbitrary yung pagbibigay po. Thank you. Mr. Secretary, do you have any problem with your Chief PNP?
Wala pong problema, Madam Chair.
How about with your Vice Chair of NAPOLCOM?
Well, there are some complaints on the record. However, is for records purposes, he gets things done with reference to cases, no? Kung efficient naman po siya.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Now, may I ask the Vice Chair, does he have a problem with the Chief PNP?
Nasaan si Vice Chair?
Your Honor, the Vice Chair is presently in a hearing. He presented himself before the Marikina Court, but he's on his way back at the present, Mr. Chair.
May I ask then the Chief PNP, do you have a problem with with the Vice Chairman of NAPOLCOM?
None, Your Honor.
None. May I know if it is true that the Vice Chair filed a case against the PNP?
Sir, can you please repeat the question, sir?
May I know from the Chief PNP if the Vice Chair of NAPOLCOM filed a case against the officers of the PNP?
Sir, I believe that what you're talking about is the case about the ombudsman regarding our budget. And it was, I think it's more of the Reorganization Act.
Yes. I think you were sent, or a communication was sent to you by the Ombudsman to answer, di po ba?
Yes, sir. I believe it's being, our response already being made by our Directorate for Comptrollership.
Yes. Pursuant to the Constitution, the NAPOLCOM has administrative control and supervision over the Philippine National Police. The issue at hand with Ombudsman is administrative in nature. Ang tanong ko po ay, bakit hindi na lang niyo po ayusin? Why is it necessary for NAPOLCOM or the Vice Chair of NAPOLCOM to go to the Ombudsman?
Your Honor, I believe that what happened was the Ombudsman got hold of the letter of the Vice Chair to the DBM, and what the Ombudsman issued is actually a fact-finding, not a case, Your Honor.
Thank you. It's good to know the facts from the horse's mouth. So, may I go to your budget? May I know the unused appropriation of the PNP, the Bureau of Fire Protection, and the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology?
Your Honor, on the side of the BAP, Your Honor, this is not unused really, Your Honor. This is just not yet utilized. These are earmarked.
No. According to our records from the Department of Budget and Management, you have unused appropriations. It's either the appropriation was issued to you or the appropriation was issued to you but you failed to obligate it. Yun ang contents ng unused appropriation.
Your Honor, most of these, Your Honor, are continuing projects, and these are already earmarked, Your Honor. So, in our own understanding, Your Honor, the word unused means
yes,
not yet
I'm asking
utilized
your
for us.
unused appropriation in 2023 kasi 2024 wala pa naman yun eh. Di ba? Kasi hindi pa tapos yung fiscal year.
May I ask our team, Your Honor, then I'll get back later, Your Honor. Can we do that?
I would just like to inform you that you have unused appropriation in the amount of 2.6 billion pesos for the year 2023. Sayang itong perang ito kung ibinigay na nga sa inyo, hindi pa naman nagagamit.
Your Honor, we understand, Your Honor, is this is not yet utilized. This is what we understand, Your Honor.
I know, it's unused appropriation. Unused nga eh, hindi nagamit. But part of the unused appropriation were already forwarded to you, but you failed to obligate it if you look at the contents of unused appropriation. Maybe your controller can aid you if you do not know.
I think that was the same question being
Yes, Your
asked
Honor.
by
Yes, Your Honor.
Vice Chair.
Ang iba
Sia.
kasi nito, Your Honor, is late releases na siya. So, ang pagkakaintindi namin, Your Honor, sa unused na word is to be utilized pa lang siya. Hindi talaga totally unused, Your Honor.
I think you have a wrong connotation of unused appropriation. Kasi if you look at the DBM books, you will find out that unused appropriations would be composed of unreleased appropriation and unobligated allotment.
Your
For the
Honor,
Bureau of
if-
Fire Protection, you have about 2+ billion of unused appropriation.
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct, Your Honor, as
That
reflected
is why
in the
I'm
report.
asking, bakit nagkakaroon kayo ng unused appropriation? Samantalang dapat gastusin po ninyo ito eh. Hiniling po nyo ito nung 2023.
Your Honor, is it okay, Your Honor? Is it that the ASEC for the DILG on finance administration will answer this? Because this is the
Anyway,
template that we have
I
been
only
using,
have
Your
a
Honor.
few seconds. Kindly submit to this representation your explanation insofar as this.
Okay,
issue
kindly
is concerned.
submit your explanation to the
Yes, Your Honor.
Committee on Appropriation, copy furnish the Office of the Honorable.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Madam Chair, I only have a few seconds, as I can see from the time there. I would just like to inform the PNP that they have an unused appropriation of 2 billion. For BJMP, they have 1.9 billion. Ang lalaki pong pera ito na dapat gamitin po ng ahensya po ninyo. Iniling po ninyo, binigay naman sa budget, pero hindi naman yun nagagamit. Tapos nandito kayo ngayon, hihingi uli ng budget. Pero baka next year, ganito rin po ang report na mababasa ko. Di po ba?
Okay, maybe get an answer from the PNP chief.
That's really true, sir, no? And actually, sir, we're trying to obligate all po yan. Malaki po doon is our new building. And I will agree with you, sir, but it will be constructed this year. We put it a multi-year contractual po kasi it's a 3-year plan or 2-year plan ang ginagawa po natin. So rest assured po na matatapos po namin yung unobligated na pera po namin.
Thank you.
Mr.
Madam
Chairman,
Okay, one last question.
on the part of the BJMP, Madam Chairman, with due respect to the good congressman, sir,
Yes, go ahead.
on the BJMP, sir, side, part of it are the prisoners' subsistence allowance. But because of our decongestion efforts, bumaba, sir, yung aming jail population. Kaya, sir, parang is it form of savings na napababa namin, sir, yung ano. But yung request, sir, namin doon, yung na-release, sir, is napababa namin kung 182,000, sir, yung appropriation para doon. Then ngayon, sir, 118,000 na lang po ang aming PDL because of our decongestion effort, Your Honor, Madam Chairman, on the part of the BJMP.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Ako po ay galing sa Uniform
Kindly wind
Service.
up, Congressman
No,
Ako.
I'm
Your
not
time
going
is
to ask the last
expired.
question kasi obedient po ako doon sa inyo eh. Kayo ang chairman eh. In the same manner that I expect that you be obedient when you appear in my committee also, Madam Chair. So I will ask my questions maybe if I'm still around in the second round. Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Madam Chair. Para maiksi na lang, may I just ask the PNP to submit to this committee and to this representation their specific programs pertaining to education and training program amounting to 1.355 billion pesos. The reason for this, Madam Chair, is that I do not know whether these are being spent on programs supposed to enhance the knowledge of our police force, simply because sa pag-iimbestiga namin po dun sa committee namin, it seems that the members of the PNP do not even know how to implement their procedural activities like investigation, the conduct of illegal bypass operations. So I want to know how these are programmed, the amount of 1.355 billion. Madam Chair, I would like also to ask the PNP why in the 2025 budget there is no amount for the procurement of body cameras. The other one is, may I know the difference between the enhancement of National Police Clearance System and the Law Enforcement Reporting Information System? The reason I asked, Madam Chair, is that the Law Enforcement Reporting Information System has the amount of 1.2 billion in 2025 NEP, while in 2024 it had only the amount of 41.2 million. The same is true with the enhancement of National Police Clearance System. It had only an amount of 15 million in 2024. Now it was raised to 686, more than 686 million. So I would just like the PNP to submit a report on this, Madam Chair.
The PNP is requested to please submit the documents requested by the Honorable Congressman Romeo Acop.
Thank you. I would just like to follow up. Mention kasi yung pangalan ng Acop eh. Allergic ako pag naririnig ko yung pangalan ng Acop eh. May I know from the PNP if the case mentioned by the Honorable Busita is an administrative or a criminal case?
Sir, we just filed an admin case against Colonel Christopher Acop.
It is an administrative case, and if found guilty, would merit a punishment or a penalty. Would that be correct?
Sir, he's already been exonerated po.
No, what I mean is, regardless of the outcome of your investigation, if the case would amount to a decision that he will be penalized, he will be penalized.
Yes, sir. What happens? He's been exonerated and our DPRM is looking for her position.
Kasi may diferensya po ito eh. And it would affect the whole members of the PNP. Colonel Acop is a police colonel. May I know if he is already a presidential appointee?
Would just like to remind Manong Romy, no, the time has already been expired, but I will allow the Chief PNP to respond to the last question of Congressman Acop.
Mr. Chair, if my question will not be answered, I will see to it that I will register for the third round.
We will allow the Chief PNP to respond to the question of the Honorable Acop. Please, Chief PNP, please respond to the question.
Yes, Your Honor, is a presidential appointee. But we're just talking about his position to full colonel, but not on the position that he's holding on.
I agree with you. But the point remains that if you are a presidential appointee, when you investigate a presidential appointee, you have to get clearance from the president. Would that not be correct?
Sir, this is not a criminal case. This is just an admin case.
Even if you conduct an administrative case, when a penalty is supposed to be imposed to the subject officer, you have to get the clearance of the President. Kaya nga hindi namin mapaimbestigahan yung mga nandito eh. We have to get the clearance of the President.
Sir, what we have right now is not, it's a fact-finding if there's a prima facie case that will be filed against that person.
Yes. Kaya nga unang tinanong ko ano yung nature ng kaso eh. Pero sinabi nyo kasi kaso eh. Di ba? If it is only a fact-finding investigation, okay sana. Kaya nga yung premise ng mga tanong ko is, kung yung investigasyon ay it would merit a penalty after the findings, you need to get the approval of the President because he's a presidential appointee. Pero kung fact-finding, wala po yun. That is why I premised my questions before that.
May we respectfully remind po, Congressman Acop that his time has already been expired, but I will allow Chief PNP to respond to his final question.
That's really true, Your Honor. That's already, it's just a fact-finding. If there's a case right now and we find a prima facie case, then we will ask the approval of the President for us to proceed with the case against that person po.
Agree. If it's a fact-finding, I will agree that you do not need the approval or the permission of the President. Thank you, PNP. Thank you, Mr. Chair.